What is up, everyone? Happy Monday. Hopefully, it's been a good start. If not, you guys got the rest of the day and the rest of the week to make it a good one. Want to jump on here with an IGTV because I have a very important message that can impact each and every one of you guys. Now, something that I want everyone to know is that, yes, while everything ties into fitness and health with this page, I also want you guys to know that I do encourage everyone to go out there, and the same concepts, the same discipline is also pointed towards your goals, towards your activities, towards your dreams, whether that be singing, dancing, painting, acting, whatever it is. You can always apply whatever we talk about to your specific life, okay? Which is what this is all about. Now, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was the importance of remembering your roots and how that can be an anchor for you in your life, and how that can be an anchor for you in everything that you do while achieving things, to keep you grounded and to keep you inspired and keep you kind of tunnel vision to what you guys want to achieve. Now, as human beings, we do tend to kind of be up sometimes and be down, and be up and be down sometimes, but the importance is to kind of have a balance between those days and truly work towards everything that we want on a day-to-day basis. Now, something that a lot of us forget throughout our journey is why we started, or what got us really to the point of why we wanted to do what we wanted to do. Now, if we're talking about fitness right now, okay, you starting on your journey, it could be for multiple reasons. It can be because you don't feel comfortable in your body, you think you're fat, or you weigh too much, or you weigh too little, or you just want to build muscle. There's millions and endless possibilities of reasons of why someone can start their journey, okay? Now, when you get to that point, you hit a specific, kind of inspiration in your life where you say, okay, I have to make a change. I have to make a difference. I'm going to do this. All right. Now, here's the hard part. So you hit that point. You do really well. You do really, really well. And then for some reason or another, you kind of revert back to what you were doing. It can be also for it becoming too hard. It's not what you expected. Also a lot of different reasons. But I want you guys to keep in mind that if you get over that hump, if you start to create a lifestyle of why you began, then you can start to see your journey press forward and press forward and press forward. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not going to fail and that we're not going to, stumble upon difficulties and things like that. Now, just like Will Smith said, fail forward, fail fast, fail quickly, but with the mentality that you got to keep moving forward. Okay, failure is not a bad thing. Failure in disguise, they're all lessons. Okay, they're all lessons, and they can be seen in a positive way, and they can actually push you to keep moving forward and to keep your goals in check and everything. But if we're reverting back to never forgetting your roots, I'm going to give you guys my example, one of many why I started to do this, and how it helps me on a day-to-day basis to keep pushing. Now, I started this fitness journey, you can say, in 2018, and I just wanted to really work out. It was a therapy for me, and it was something really special that I found. But along the lines, I stopped working out. My vision kind of was pushed in a different direction. I kind of lost myself. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys and just open myself up 1000%. I hit a really dark spot in my life. I got depressed. I didn't see my self-worth. I was actually thinking a lot, and this may be really hard on some people, of suicide. And it was a really tough point of my life where I just didn't see the meaning behind things. So, I stopped working out. I stopped and I said this, whatever. And I got to a point where someone very special in my life, okay, shout out to you, Tony. My brother actually messaged me one night, and he said, hey, bro, why don't you get back into your fitness? Just like that. Why don't you get back into your fitness? I started to think back on how much happiness I would get out of the workouts, how much happiness I would get out of fitness and seeing the progress. And he said, you would impact a lot of people. So why don't you get back into it? And I messaged him back and I said, it's a good idea. I've been thinking about it. Maybe I'll get back to it. I don't know. I think a couple days passed. And my brother, he messages me and he says, bro, I got something for you, but you have to promise me to take advantage of it. And I was like, okay, what is it? And he's like, just message this guy. He sent me his DM, his @ on Instagram, and it was Johan, my trainer. I went through his page. I saw what he did. I studied what kind of work he did, and then and there I realized that Tony knew what I was going through to a certain extent. He still believed in me. He still saw the potential. He still saw how meaningful my life was when I in no way could see it. So he says, I got you something. I need you to use it. I need you to take advantage of it. And I want you to push forward. So I went and I met Johan. And from the day that I met Johan up to now, I've been able to change my mindset and use all the difficult lessons in my life for good. Each and every one of us, you watching, every single person in this life goes through negatives, goes through unfortunate situations, goes through depressions in their own way, goes through sadness, and it's inevitable. Okay? Life is gonna hit you no matter what. Now, the way that we get over those things and really climb that mountain is to put them into a positive perspective. Okay? So, first of all, I just wanted to thank you, Tony. Okay, I don't think you understand the impact that you made that night just by sending that text. And I continue to look back at that moment every time that I train or that I get discouraged or anything happens. I made him a promise of, you have to take advantage of this. And I also thank Johan and Louis for the impact that they've been making in my life and being able to help me switch my mindset to a lot brighter one. So this ties into you guys. That's my story, but I know everyone out there has their own story, and that story can be very impactful in other people's lives. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to share it if you're uncomfortable with sharing your story, but that does mean that you can use it as an anchor to be able to push forward when you don't find the inspiration or the love, or you don't find the passion or the reason why you should push forward. Okay? Nothing great has ever been built off easy steps, or nothing great has been built with it being given to you. You can ask anyone that has been successful that the only way that you can actually make something of yourself, something that truly means something, is through earning it with blood, sweat, tears, with passion, with love, with compassion. And all those things tied in one will truly get you through the storm, and you'll be able to push forward. So at the end of the day, you can help someone that doesn't see their self-worth like I didn't, not so long ago. Okay? Now, like I said, this ties in with anyone and everyone. I don't want you guys to think that all my content is all about fitness. It revolves around it, but if you are into anything else, if you're into bicycling, if you're into gymnastics, if you're into reading, into writing, I want you guys to use this so that you can push forward and keep doing what you're doing, because every single person out there has something to offer. And your talents that God gave you, or that the universe gave you, with whatever you believe in, if you don't put it to practice, then one, that is a waste of a gift that you have. And two, you're being extremely selfish by just keeping it to yourself and not sharing and not expanding it with other people that could be very inspired by your work and that could actually save a life with your work, which is the importance of you developing your talents and pushing them forward and showing people what you have to offer. Because what you have to offer has a lot less to do with you, and it has a lot more to do with the people surrounding you. Okay, so everybody needs that help. Everybody needs of someone. Okay, you can never and will never be able to live a whole life without the help of someone else. And sometimes that help is giving without you even noticing. There's a lot of people out there that have messaged me that I don't even know that have said thank you for sharing this, or this hit me, or I needed this at this exact moment. So the moment you get inspiration, the moment you get inspired, pick up your camera, pick up your notebook, pick up your pen, whatever you do, put your music on and dance. You start to create something, because that is a moment, that is such a special moment that you can actually create something worth, helping someone else out. So never forget your roots. Never forget where you came from and why you started doing what you're doing, because that's going to keep you grounded, and that's going to help you push and push and push, even in the darkest of times when it doesn't seem like you can keep going. You're going to see that you actually can keep going. Okay, just like Tony with me, if I were to ever say I can't keep going, guaranteed the conversation that I would have with Tony would be a very meaningful / harsh conversation, because I made a promise to him and I made a promise to myself that I was gonna come out better than who I thought I was. And that is a message for each and every one of you guys. Okay, so from the bottom of my heart, guys, I really appreciate and I love each one of you guys. Honestly, I'm so grateful for any impact that I can make in anyone's life. Guys, like I've said in the past, it's not about having 1 million followers, but truly just helping that one person out, or those 2 or 3 or 4 people out. Okay, so this was my little rant for today. I know it went a little longer than I anticipated, but that's what inspiration does. Okay, don't cut it halfway, just roll with it. Acostagnz with you guys. If you guys ever have any questions, just shoot me a DM. That's what I'm here for, please. And just know that I got nothing but love for y'all. And hopefully you guys have a good Monday. If not, it's on you. Always has been. Have a great rest of your week.